In the last section, we spoke about how we're going to be making use of Nginx to serve up our application in a production environment. Again, we're doing this because that development server we're using is not going to be used in production. It's just not a production appropriate server. So let's talk about how we're going to get Nginx in here, first by taking a look at a quick diagram. Now, as a quick reminder, remember we already created a file called dockerfile.dev. The purpose of this file was to create an image that could be used in the development environment. We're now going to start working on a second Docker file. This second Docker file is going to make a second image that's going to run our application specifically in production. So the new Docker file that we're going to make is going to have a slightly different purpose and some different configuration inside of it than what we are currently doing inside of dockerfile.dev. All right, so I put together a diagram or two that kind of outlines what I kind of think we need to do here. All right, so I think that we probably need to use node alpine as a base because, again, we do have to run that npm run build command. In order to run npm run build, we're going to have to install all of our dependencies from the package.json file. It's just a hard requirement for building our application. So we'll copy over the package.json file, we'll install the dependencies, and then once we have those dependencies installed, we'll be able to execute npm run build. After running npm run build and generating our production assets, remember we already did that one time and it generated that build directory. So these are all the built production ready files right here. After we do all that, we'll then say, okay, time to start up the Nginx server and serve the result of that build directory. So that's the idea. But in this diagram, there's kind of two big issues I want to point out. Two big issues. The first big issue is tied to this install dependency step. The dependencies that we are installing only have to be installed because we are trying to build our application. If you recall a little bit ago when we initially installed all those dependencies when we first generated our app, that was 155 megabytes worth of dependencies. And those are only required when we're trying to build the application. After we actually build the application, dependencies no longer required.